Hi everyone, I'm Aditya and welcome back to the channel. It is around 8 o'clock right now and I'm leaving for the Louvre Museum. I just had my breakfast in the hotel. I ate fresh croissant out of the oven and it was really good, but the rooms were average. You had space only to move, nothing else. And yeah, it was shared between 4 people. Anyway, it's fine because it's only for one night. My booking is at 9 o'clock and it's 8:15. I will go there early and I will be taking photos of the pyramid, and then by the time it will be 9 o'clock I'll stand in the queue. I had purchased 5 tickets yesterday. I used 3 yesterday. I still have 2, so one I'll use it now and another one I will use when I have to come back to railway station in the evening. I am using Google Maps everywhere for navigation, to catch the bus, to find out the timing, so Google Maps work perfectly. Today's plan is I'll be going to Louvre Museum, Pantheon, Notre-Dame Church. Let's get this started. It was just 10 minutes ride from the hotel and I have reached the Louvre Museum. This was actually a palace and it was constructed by the Emperor Philip II. There was even a fortress. You can still see the fortress now if you go to the museum near the basement. Because of the urbanization, the fortress lost its defensive mechanism and the city fell. King Francis I took over. He was residing in this palace. Around his generations, they decided to move their residence to the Versailles Palace. After moving to the Versailles Palace, they decided to make this as a collection for the king's paintings. They then gradually increased the storage facilities and the building and expanded the building, and now we have that Louvre Museum. I first saw this in the film Da Vinci Code and I was awestruck by this glass pyramid. From that time I wanted to visit here. So there are another 2 small glass pyramids. One is there. This is the big one obviously, and there is another one. You can get here by sunrise and do a time lapse along with the pyramid. It will look really nice. It's 8:45 and they have told reporting time should be at least 15 minutes prior to the booking. So yeah, now I'm gonna go and stand in this long queue. As you come down from there, you can go near this area and collect the booklet information. So, and then here is the washroom. Then you can start your tour from there. So it tells you what are present in each level, -2, -1, 0 and all. So yeah, it gets crowded pretty fast. I don't know how much we will be able to see peacefully, but let's see. Louvre Museum is a national art museum and is home to some of the most canonical works of Western art. The museum opened in 1793 with an exhibition of 537 paintings. One of the main highlights is the Venus de Milo, which is an ancient Greek marble sculpture. Its exact dating is uncertain and the sculpture's name is also disputed. It is perhaps the most famous ancient Greek statue in the world and is a key part of the museum's collections. The collection is divided among 8 curatorial departments: Egyptian antiquities, Near Eastern antiquities, Greek, Etruscan and Roman antiquities, sculptures, decorative arts, paintings and drawings. What I am doing is I am covering only one side of the floor because, let me put it here, so we have to walk on one way. There is no connection between this and this. If I have to go here, I have to again walk all the back and see these things. Same thing happened in -1 and -2, and MonaLisa is here in the first floor. So what I will do is I will go and visit MonaLisa because crowd is already more, and then I will visit the other side of the collections. I skipped everything and went directly to the room where MonaLisa's exhibit is placed. The queue was relatively small as my time slot was early in the morning. I finally got to see probably one of the most widely recognized painting in the world, Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci. The museum is enormous and you can easily get lost if you don't have a general plan on what you would like to see. Currently I am here and I am going towards the Spanish paintings. I have only 1 hour according to my planning, but it's gonna take at least 2 or more hours, and I'm not even seeing everything. I'm skipping so many stuff. I have to hurry now. The painting collection has more than 7,500 works from the 13th century to 1848. There is an overwhelming amount of history and famous artwork in the museum, and it would take months to actually look at everything. If you have less time, I suggest you to come to the paintings collection first and then go to the other rooms, as there are some of the best paintings I have ever seen. You can't get enough photos of the amazing works displayed here. Every painting was more beautiful than the previous one. Earlier in the morning when I went to MonaLisa room, I didn't see any other painting exhibits in the room, and I didn't take any photos of the MonaLisa. Hence I went there again to get another glimpse. Behind me is the MonaLisa, and in front of me is the biggest painting in this museum. Super huge. In the middle is the Jesus Christ. I'm just observing each and every detail in this painting. LED using toothpick, and someone has spilled something, and you can see someone is trying to give the wine, dogs, and some book, people surrounding the violin. There are around 200 people. I just counted each and every one, and I left the count after around 120 or 130. Louvre is the world's most visited art museum. Nearly 2/3 of the paintings are by French artists, and more than 1,200 are from Northern European. A walk through the museum is exciting in itself. From the marvelous ceiling paintings to the glorious sculptures, the Louvre falls nothing short of amazing. I just want to mention that whenever you get tired in the museum, there are a lot of chairs to sit back and gather your energy. Looking at these paintings and seeing how big the portraits are, I mean, it's really astonishing how the artist painted it. You just want to stand here and appreciate it, because that's how magnificent these paintings are. The second floor is relatively calm. There are only few people here. Most of them will be in the first and the 0th floor. I see a lot of people are doing the sketch of these sculptures. It's 2 o'clock and I finally came out. I was sitting for 10 to 15 minutes because I was too tired. I don't know, my bag feels heavy. It's pretty much the same luggage I carried in Austria or other places. But museum was amazing. I spent close to 5 hours in the museum when I had originally planned to spend only 3 hours. So definitely I have to remove some of the places from my original planning. So the catacombs is definitely out of picture. I will not be able to go there. Now I will just go near the pyramid and I will take some more photo from the opposite side, because in the morning I took only from the one perspective. So I'm gonna go to the other side and take the picture. Then there is a palace nearby. I'll go there. After palace, Saint Chapelle, Notre-Dame and Pantheon. These are all walkable distance, like one after another we'll get. I haven't had lunch. I'll see if there are any cafes or something nearby where I can just take sandwich and eat it while walking, similar to how I did it in Rome. Believe it or not, I walked over 6 kilometers inside the museum. That's how huge the museum is. I have skipped so many stuff. Initially I felt it was costly when I was booking, but now I feel it's totally justifiable. The paintings are surreal. It's difficult to explain, and obviously whatever I have taken cannot do justice. So if you come to Paris half a day, definitely you have to give for the museum. And it feels weird, but I would say don't buy audiobook. Yes, you will get to know more, you will understand more, but you will be spending more time in front of each painting and your time will extend. In the Van Gogh museum, it was short. It was only about Van Gogh. With the audiobook, it was more good, but this is huge. There are so many statues all over the museum. You can see on each floor, everywhere there are statues. The queue is still long, so I feel it's better to come early in the morning because you don't have to stand in the heat. So I finished going around. Now I will be leaving this place, going to the palace. Paris is one of my favorite destinations, and it is a city that would take a lifetime to see. One can easily spend a good whole day just wandering the cobblestone streets, parks and the neighborhoods of the city. I made my way towards the Palais Royal, which is a former French royal palace. It now serves as the seat of the Ministry of Culture, and the Royal Garden serves as a public park. On the way to Saint Chapelle, I took a small deviation and went to 59 Rivoli, an art gallery. Formerly an artist squat, that had occupied the space since 1909. It was legalized by the city from 2006 onwards. The 6 spiral staircase in the middle of the building climbs 6 floors, surrounded by brightly colored murals on the walls and floors. Local artists display and sell works of various media including paintings, sculptures and electronic art. If you are interested, you can purchase anything you would like, or you can just have a look of all the works displayed. Now I am heading to Saint Chapelle. There is actually entry fees and a queue, so depending on the queue I will decide whether to go in or not. Currently it's not a church, it's just a monument after the French Revolution. It has lot of collections of stained glasses in the world. There are thousands of glass pieces which form into a colored wall depending on the intensity of the light coming through, and the intensity of the light changes every hour, and the color of the glasses are mainly composed of red color and the blue ones. I came inside Saint Chapelle. There were 3 queues. One is at 3, 4, 5. Another queue is for 3:30, 4:30, like half an hour. And the another queue is for the people who did not have tickets. The line was not moving at all. So I checked the website, and there was a ticket availability for the next 3:30 time. The time was already 3:15, so that's why I bought for 3:30 and I shifted to the queue with the tickets. Just 5 minutes ago the color was different because of the intensity of the sun rays, I guess, and 3 minutes ago again the color and the room lit up. So finished watching the Saint Chapelle. If you are like me and you don't know what time you will arrive here, so you can do what I did. Just when you are coming, you can book a slot to the next available time, so which is like every half an hour. I think that is the best way, because today was so crowded and even still the ticket is available. So I think it is safe to say that the ticket will be available at that moment. Right now I will go to Notre-Dame. Anyway, it is closed, but we can still see from the outside, so I'll go there right now. Another good thing which I saw when I was standing in the queue is right in front of the Saint Chapelle is a place or a kind of a fountain to fill your water bottles. I'm going there currently. Notre-Dame is one of the finest example of French Gothic architecture, and the cathedral is dedicated to Virgin Mary. During some maintenance work, unfortunately, the roof was ablaze. The fire was there for around 12 hours until it was extinguished, but already the damage was done. There is Summer Olympics in 2024. So during 2021, President Macron, he announced the cathedral will open before the Summer Olympics. I'm going to my last location in Paris, which is Pantheon. Initially it was supposed to be a cathedral, later it voted against it, and instead it's a mausoleum right now. The Pantheon was remodeled after the initial construction multiple times to modify some of the changes. So some of the examples were windows were made darker to give the look of a mausoleum. Famous people are buried there. The one of them which I know is Marie Curie. I will see how long the queue will be. Depending on that, I will decide whether I will go inside or not. I don't want to be late to my train. I came to Pantheon and you can see the Eiffel Tower. I thought I saw the last glimpse of Eiffel Tower yesterday night, but this is a pleasant surprise. Queue is short, but I'm gonna skip going inside because it's 5:15 and it will take me around 40 minutes to go to the railway station, and it's gonna be very tight. That is it for now. I had a great time in Paris. 2 days are not enough, and this is my last trip this Germany tour. Last 3 months I had a blast. Apart from one weekend, every weekend I was out of Stuttgart. I was roaming somewhere, and still there were some places which I wanted to cover, and yeah, I couldn't. I wanted to cover places similar to the one where I went in Austria, but yeah, maybe next time whenever it comes. But yeah, I had a great time. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any query regarding any of the travel videos, you can add a comment. I'll definitely come back to you. If you like the video, please give a thumbs up, add a comment and subscribe to the channel. If you don't like the video, you can still add a comment and tell what you don't like about it and what do you want to see, what do you suggest. By the way, stay tuned, more videos coming up soon. This is it for now. I'm signing off from Europe.